the where were we? So in the last video we implemented this wait strategy, and we decided that okay, if it is clickable, then wait for element to be clickable should be paused, and for presence we can put present. But the what if someone else, like some manual tester comes or automation tester comes, and they pass it something like presence, or in the clickable they put click? So how can we handle it? So in that case we need to have, one way is to just give an or statement and do it, but how many more values can we keep, right? So we want to define only a preset values, and only those should be chosen. So so that's where enum comes into the picture. Enums are nothing but Java type where you have predefined values. So we have defined these enums, a new enum, and here when we have defined one enum called severity, and we have different kind of enums here. Just ignore this one for now. 2, 3, just ignore it. Critical 2 and 3. Okay. So so we have defined this. Just ignore this. Just remember this, and critical, major, minor. Four kind of bugs are there, right? So that kind of we have mentioned. So how do we use enums now, right? So now this critical is of type severity, major is of type severity, right? So here we have created. So these enums, one more thing is, it's like this, right? So instead of writing this, we are writing this critical. Okay, so just keep in mind this. So we can, because it looks like a reference variable, we can call it also, right? How would you call it? Severity class dot critical, you would call it, right? Similarly here you can call severity dot critical, right? This is how we call. And then when we talk about enum runner, here we are, so basically we have to set these values, right? So if you want to print this severity dot, let's just comment out all of this for now and just run it, and we see that it came critical. So technically when you printed this, it should have given us a garbage value or something, right? But it did not give us, right? So here you can see Java compiler by default adds a toString to this, right? So that we can access that. Now for example, if we have this severity SCV, we are saving it in. What is this severity dot critical? It's a kind of severity. It returns a severity, right? So what do? So you save it here of type severity dot critical, and we are using the switch case mm, method here. Like, so how do you do it? So basically you can change it to quick fix. See, so if you write like this, right? So this will save equal to severity dot critical system dot out critical, right? So you are equating this to this. It's LHS and RHS same. So this is how we can handle it in one way, and then you can convert this rightly, just how I converted it, you can convert it as well, and this is how it gets converted. And here value of method is used to convert string to an enum. Yeah, so here you can see that severity dot value of critical is written, right? So what we are doing here is, we are fetching, we are passing it a enum, and we're getting the value. So yeah, so this is a string, right? String, we are fetching the value. So if we click out, if we just click system.out.println, and we just give this, let's see what answer comes, right? So what we do here, the value to critical, of course, right? So this is of type severity though, because right, for obvious reasons, severity. And then these are dot value function is there, right? So what it does is dot value function will put it in the form of array, right? And we can then use arrays dot as list to call this function, and for each e system dot out and println, and then we can call this, right? So this is how we do it. Arrays dot as list array of for each system. This is another way Java way to do it, and this will print the values of all the enums. So you can see here, see it printed major, minor, low, critical, major, minor, low. So both of them can be used, right? Is arrays dot as list array you'll pass, and then dot for each e the system println, and here you're not passing any values, just two columns. So yeah, so here we are using enum set, right? But we can use hash set as well, right? Hash set, but enum set is more proper way. So here we are passing, enum set of this, and we are just enum set dot whatever the values are there, we are just printing them, and each of the values will be printed, right? And here also what we are trying to do, we are trying a map, putting it all the enums in a map. How do we put it? Like map dot put severity dot critical. So here we have generics are severity and string, right? Here we are putting the values, and here you are doing that, okay? And then finally you can do it in a map one. Similarly in the map also you can try. So in this enum map, Sonarlinto was giving us an error here. Some error was there, so I changed it right to enum map. So this is best way to do it, enum map, okay? And you can print it this way, map one dot for each key value, and we just want to print key here, okay? And then if you want to, so there's one more thing here, severity, yeah. So here if you want to define any method or something, right, here you can see that I'm putting in a constructor, I'm creating a constructor, product constructor, and then I'm using a getter and setter to fetch the values, okay? And this is how we are doing it. You can put hours here, hours, okay? And you can put fixing hours, this, right? So yeah, so then you can put in all these values, and wherever you want to call it. In the enum runner we have called it severity dot major get fixing hours. You can see that severity dot major and then dot get fixing hours. So in that case you will get that, right? Here also you can define methods. If you define a method like this as lowercase, you have to put it in these in this way. I'll show you. Other errors will come, so that's why I'm not showing. So in this way you have to put, right? Here errors are coming, so in this way you have to put. If I just remove this all of this, then errors will be gone, and this also needs to go. So then errors will be gone, and in critical you have to mention this, and then how you call it, using severity dot critical dot as lowercase, and then you can return the lowercase whatever value is there. So this is how we are going to do it, right? So we need to understand like these flows to understand like how we are gonna put map. So basically in a map, if you're putting, so new a map, this you are gonna do. If you're doing it in the way of enum set, then you can put it values like this enum set. It's mostly the same. So in the map also, in the hash map also you can do, in the enum map also you can try to fill in the values, okay? So that's it. Let's see how we apply this in the framework.